Guys,
Hi everyone.
welcome back to our YouTube channel.
Welcome.
My name is Terkimbi
And I'm Faith Teaser.
and together
We are the Teasers. We're back.
yes, we're back. It's been a long time, but we're glad we're back here.
Very
A
long.
lot has happened, baby. Tell them now.
So many things have happened. I think we had a baby.
Yeah, we had a baby.
Another baby.
Another baby. Work, ministry, family, business, career.
Yeah.
A lot, but we're back and we're glad to have you. And we're going straight into learning, into growing, into showing you how to have marriage the godly way. Right? So, baby, what do we have today?
So today we're going to be answering a series of questions, but today we're going to be starting with one question.
Yeah.
Can true love be found in this generation?
Can true love?
Can you still find true love?
Okay. So before I should answer.
Yes, go on.
Okay, so before
I'll let you start.
Yeah. So before we give a yes or no answer, there are fundamental things that we need to establish. For example, in this generation, of course, we can't deny the things that are playing out in this generation.
Yeah.
But narratives, because the question seems to be coming from a narrative. So narratives, play a huge role in defining the outcomes of our lives. Or the outcomes of our lives are largely dependent on the narratives that we drive it by.
Yeah.
For example, I heard a story growing up about a rich man who had two sons. Now a man who had two sons.
Yeah.
He was a drunkard.
Yes.
He beat his wife often and he lived a reckless life. Now, two of his sons grew up. One of them became a wealthy, successful gentleman, while the other one was a drunk who was exactly like his father.
Right.
Both of them had the same reasons for why they turned out the same way they turned out.
Yeah.
So one of them thought his father was reckless and he didn't want to replicate his father's character. And because of that, he turned out to be better.
Yeah.
The second one, however, had the same excuse. He said his father was reckless and it became a template by which he drove his life. So we see that both of them, the narratives they used to drive their lives, produce the outcomes of their lives. Now, I said that to say this, that if you think that the current narrative that is being, that is most common and popular is how you want to drive your life, then the outcome of your life will be so. So if you have the narrative that, marriages don't work in this generation,
there's no true love,
and it cannot be found, there is a high chance and likelihood that will be the outcome of your life.
Yes, that'll be your experience.
Yes, so we cannot give a yes or no answer. It actually depends on the person involved.
True.
Let me say this and I'll allow you to speak. The Bible talks about how in the days of Elijah, for example, he came before God and said, I'm the only prophet. Kill me. And God said, don't say that. Because the prophets of Baal were about 850 or so, 400 of Baal and 400 of, all combined was 850.
Yeah.
And because he was standing alone against them, it looked as if he was alone. But God now told him, listen, he reassured him that though you are the only one that is loud, there are 7,000 who are quiet and have never bowed to
7,000.
And it shows us in a figurative sense how that though mainstream media and mainstream information seems to portray that love is difficult in this generation, there are many people who are finding, living and enjoying relationships. So to us, our answer will be a definitively yes, but you have the choice and the power in your own hands.
Right. All right. I love your presentation.
What is there not to love? No, you're supposed to kiss my hand.
Anyway, let's be serious, okay? All right. So like my husband said, it depends on how you perceive it and your narrative. You can be two boys having the same experience but different outcomes, because at the end of the day, you make a choice to either fail or to succeed.
Yeah.
Right. So when it comes to finding true love, there are some questions that you need to answer, or some things that you need to consider, some things you need to think about. And number one is, what is true love to you? What does it really mean? So do you define true love as the glitz and the glamour? Do you define it as the lavish wedding day? Do you define it by couple goals? You see them traveling, going on vacation. You think, this person has found her true love, this person has found his true love. Or you define it by what Christ defined it as. And what did Christ define true love as? Partnership, commitment, sacrifice,
Yeah.
by giving. We see that in John 3:16. The Bible says that God loved the world in this way, that he gave. So we see a template for what true love really means in the word of God, different from what the world says it is. So whose concept you embrace will be the outcome of your life. Let me say it that way.
Yeah.
Right? So what you define true love as. Right? So the second thing is how you go about finding it. And
Yeah.
one of the most fundamental things is you have to be the best version of yourself. Nobody is perfect. However, you need to realize and identify flaws and lapses and work on it. I always say that you want to marry a billionaire and that's your spec, but that billionaire has a spec.
Yeah.
Are you worth being the wife or the spouse of a billionaire? So you have to be the best version of yourself. Another thing you need to consider is committing to not taking another man's own. So I've heard many things. We've heard many things. People have said many things about, oh, as far as they're not married, they're still available. Or as far as some people even don't mind, they can go after somebody who is married. So commit to finding your own and not taking another man's own. Another thing also is decisions over situations. So making the conscious and intentional decision rather than just being in a situationship. You just find yourself there and you say, oh, this must be my true love. It reminds me of the movie I was watching yesterday. So you don't just go with the flow just to, I used to say it too before, to see where it goes.
Yeah.
You make a conscious decision because you know where God is taking you. You know the future God has shown you. And you know what you want, your values, things that are important to you. So it is to make a conscious decision, not just settling because you are in the situation, right?
Yeah.
And then the third thing that you need to consider is what you do when you find true love. A lot of us have met or crossed paths with people who are our true loves, but because we did not nurture the relationship, it never blossomed. And this happens for not just even romantic relationships, even platonic relationships. You meet people, you abuse the relationship. It was like what you said in church yesterday. You abuse the relationship, it doesn't blossom. So what do you do when you find true love? Do you nurture it like a farmer does? He takes out the weed to preserve the integrity of the particular seed or fruit that he wants to grow. So those things are very important. Do you have something to say?
I just have one or two things about everything that was said. For example, when the Bible, when it talks about what God or Christ defines love as.
Yeah.
When we talk about things like partnership, so when you are defining true love to yourself, you have to define it by these parameters. So I found somebody who I want to partner with for my destiny, for life. Because true love is not just about the butterflies you feel in your tummy.
At all.
You understand? It's about doing things intentionally for the long run.
Yeah.
So this person, how do I know that I found true love? Or how do I program my mind to know that to discern when true love has come? I see myself being able to partner with this person for my purpose and my destiny in life. I see myself being able to commit to this person forever and not just one time. I see myself, being ready to make sacrifices, and I see the person reciprocating it, that gesture. So those are the kind of things because we see Christ do it. He shows his commitment to us consistently. He partners with us by giving us grace, wisdom, and all of that to fulfill the destiny that he has designed for us. And we also see that play out in our marriage. Of course, we believe that I found true love. Yes, some of the things that makes the marriage exciting and makes us want to stay forever is because we see the commitment we share in each other's purposes and destiny. So we're committed to making sure that it succeeds. And then I just want to add another thought to the thing you said about people wanting somebody's partner, because some people, true love for them is what somebody else has. Some people, what true love is what another person has, and that's covetousness. But the main thing I want to even say is that working together on a journey. Many people are afraid to commit to building with somebody, and so they think that once they see somebody, they will feel a particular way about them, then the feeling will be sustained forever.
Right.
But they don't know that the thing you call true love is actually befriending somebody, because of course you must be attracted to them, and then building and working on a journey with them.
Working.
When people think about building, they think it's money.
Exactly.
It's not only money.
It's not only money. Even just personality wise, you both evolve. So it means that it is a consistent effort to make sure that
both of
you guys are on the same path.
Same page. Yeah, on the same path. So that person continually and continues to be your true love.
Exactly.
And that's one reason why people get attracted to somebody at first. Then eventually the person stops being the true love.
Yeah.
Because they're like, it can't work and all of those. And you know, you said it in the third part, that's working together to make it blossom.
Right.
The person will remain your true love as long as you continue to choose them as your true love.
Honestly, that's so true, because I always say that commitment is a very vital part of making a relationship work. And what is commitment? Simple. Is every day waking up and making the decision that I will love this person.
Yeah.
I will choose this person above everything else. I'm staying in this relationship. But a lot of us, we think we have so many options. So it's easy for you to say, I'm not doing this again. I'm walking out.
Yeah.
It cannot work like that.
Yeah.
Right? So you can find many people you feel like, oh, they're your true love, but you never stayed to nurture each of, in fact, you shouldn't be nurturing each of the, if you nurtured one, you stay for the long run.
Stay for the long run. And I think that that's where developing yourself now positions you better,
right,
to sift the people and then decide that, listen, I want to commit to this one person, and then we build into what we call true love. Because you know what, truth takes time to reveal itself. So that means there must be commitment to become the true love.
Right.
So that's the thing you talked about definition. So are you defining by the butterflies in my belly?
Yeah.
Or the consistency of this person?
Right.
What they have done to prove why I should commit myself to them forever.
Yeah.
So yes, back to our question, is it possible to find true love?
Absolutely.
But it's something that you have to decide daily to build, and then both of you become.
Right.
And that's what we've seen in our marriage. We've seen in a couple of other people's marriages, and we know you will see in yours, because if you're watching this, you are single. If you are married, you are not looking for any true love again. No, you are making the true love in your house.
You are making yours work.
Greener on the other side. It is the people that are watching it that are making it green.
Exactly.
Right? So yes, you can. In this generation, just remember, the narratives that must guide your mind must be that it is possible.
Embrace the concept of the Lord and not the concept of the world.
Yes.
Or else, whichever concept you embrace will produce the outcome of your life.
Yeah. So I hope that with these few points of ours, we'll be able to convince and not confuse you.
Yes, and answer your questions.
Yes. To my chairman, able moderator, timekeeper, that it's possible to find true love in this generation. I want you to leave a comment in this below this post and let us know what you thought, what you agreed with, and what you disagreed with, so that it can lead us to further conversations and discussions.
And if you still have more questions, why not?
And if you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share, let everybody know that we're truly back and we're going to keep this consistent.
Yes.
So our next post coming up on Friday next week. Pay attention to the time. Please hit what's that, the notification button, so that
the bell.
The bell is somewhere on the left or on the right, so that you'll be notified whenever we upload something new.
Yes.
Right? So until next time, I'm Terkimbi Teaser.
And I'm Faith Teaser.
And together
we are the Teasers, and we're back.
Peace.